Oh man.
So if there's any
That
game
music.
that's like that I would use the word magical to describe, it's this game.
Why is that, Paul?
If there's just something like, I mean, I'm sure nostalgia's a lot
Yeah.
to do with it, but I think like this game came out at such a time where like I was in like first or second grade. I'd experienced Nintendo, and you're like coming over the hill into like super bright colors and big
Yeah.
cartoony animations, and it was like, oh, video games are becoming something more. you know?
Yeah.
Welcome. This is Dinosaur Land. There's not a lot of exposition in this game.
No.
But here's the brief setup. In this strange land, we find that princess. We find that.
The
Someone used
spacing
the
there.
justification to Princess Toadstool is missing again. Looks like Bowser's at it again.
Bowser. Mischievous
I love that
Bowser.
Luigi was already standing there.
I'm like,
Like,
catch
I've
up,
been
Mario.
here already.
Catch up, brother.
All right. Welcome to the Games Conversation channel.
That's
Josh,
right.
what are we celebrating?
We are celebrating 96 subscribers. 96 subscribers special.
That's right. And why are we playing Super Mario World?
Because it's the best game of all time. Wow, Paul.
I'm ashamed.
Starting off.
I'm ashamed. This is not representative of me as a person.
A little nervous? All right. Why are we playing this game?
Thank you for asking. We're playing this game because all the exits in this game total to 96, right?
Oh,
there's
that's right.
70-something levels, but there's secret exits
Oh,
all throughout, and there's a total of 96 exits. I swear. So we're really just kind of goofing around, honestly, because we're trying to get this intro,
yeah.
but show gameplay simultaneously. It's a challenge of the channel. If you ever hosted a channel, you want to be interesting and competent, and we
Yeah.
are potentially proving neither of those
I'm
things.
also a little nervous. Like,
Are
there's
you?
like a nervous excitement. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think I just hit my stride of like, I got my 30 seconds of remembering that I'm playing a video game.
Yeah. Well, I felt this type of nervousness when we played Star Fox as well.
Oh. Oh. It's that, are you almost trying to like prove to yourself like, no, I am good at this? That's kind of how I feel. Like, I'm a pro at this game. Why am I struggling?
Well, I do think there's some level of in your, you know, like in your heart or in your mind, like there's some level of competency that you would call like, like, oh, this feels really natural.
This is like riding
and
a
then-
bike, right?
Yeah.
And then you're like, I haven't been on a bike in 20 years. Probably
Yeah,
going to
and
be
all of a
difficult.
sudden- yeah.
Point of advice, you can hold an extra item in the box at the top of the screen. So this is the first game that introduced that, right? I feel
Right.
like that's kind of a commonplace thing now. It's like this like reservoir.
Yeah.
Although Mario 3 had
Yeah.
the bank of items, but you couldn't use them mid-stage.
Not mid-stage, yeah.
What was this guy?
Point of advice.
Pick up a shell. Okay, again, kind of the first game to really do the pickup,
X or Y.
but also Mario 2 was based on picking stuff up. So
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
who's to say, you know? So, Josh, this
Yeah.
is completely coincidental.
Tell
I
me.
know we're playing the Super Mario World for our
Yeah.
96 subscriber special.
Yes.
But it just so happens that
the
Mario
Nintendo Cinematic Universe that
has-
I have been
it's begun in official now.
alluding to for years.
So
is
my
really
family and I
happening.
went to see the Mario movie yesterday.
What?
Wednesday.
You've been holding out on me.
No, but there's so many little like sound effects. Like
Uh-huh.
Kamek is in the movie, and anytime he like flashes his wand, it does that. And I was just like,
Oh.
whoa, that's like straight from the game.
Hey, my name's Paul. Welcome to the Games Conversation channel. Do me a favor, leave a like on the video today. And if you don't like it, how about leave a comment and tell us why? Both of those would be helpful for me. All right, back to the episode.
Anyway, it was cool.
Was it awesome?
It was really good. Yeah.
Okay.
I think, if you're a Mario fan, I'll say it was awesome.
Okay.
Like, a lot to love. My kids, I told my wife, because I would like look down and my kids would just yell out what the things were. Like, at one point, my youngest son was just like, that's a dry bones. And I was so proud, like, you know that a dry bones has a name? And there was something else that they called out. But then, you know, there's all these things that I was just like, this is so cool that it's not just dad being
Yeah.
like, I used to love it, so you're gonna love it. They actually have
Yeah.
experienced so many of these things that they like it. So I thought it was really cool.
Switch Palace. The power of the switch you have pushed will turn yellow empty cubes into yellow full cubes.
As a kid, I remember getting this one
Yeah.
and kind of mentally making the assumption that they were all going to be punctuation. You know,
like
it's
different ones, like
yeah, it's
question
like that
mark.
one's exclamation, and then there would be a
Right.
period or a
Right.
ellipses or something. But then it was just
And that's everyone always wants a semicolon box, right?
everyone always wants that.
That's
yeah.
what I aspire
That's the
to.
biggest. I hear that over and
Semicolon
over
box.
again. Super Mario World. Did you ever watch the Super Mario World cartoon? Oh, I totally missed a chance for some one-uppage. Do we share lives in this? I forget.
No, we do not.
Okay, but you can give lives, right?
Yeah. They encourage sharing.
I do like that. This is one of the early examples of like a co-op game
Hooray!
I think was done like in a fun way.
Uh,
Because you work together to complete the map,
Yeah.
and you can share lives, and I think that's cool.
Yeah.
Thank you for rescuing me. My name is Yoshi. On my way to rescue my friends, Bowser trapped me in that egg. So this is the first game with Yoshi.
Oh man.
Yeah.
But
Spin jump.
A button.
Yoshi powers.
But you know, Yoshi was on the drawing board for a long time before actually arriving. Do you know the history on that?
In brief, but yeah, tell me. I think it's fascinating.
Who was it? Mr. Zelda himself.
Zelda? Are
Mario
you talking about
himself.
Shigeru Miyamoto?
Yeah. Miyamoto.
Middle point.
Miyamoto had like a sketch of a dinosaur and always dreamed of Mario riding a dinosaur. He had that sketch on his
Don't
desk.
you love that dream of like, why was that a dream?
An Italian plumber.
But
I mean,
yeah,
they go hand in hand.
makes total sense to me.
But it was not until the Super Nintendo that he had the hardware that would support
Dinosaur processing.
such the dinosaur process.
I'm sure like there is probably a genuinely good explanation for like that statement of like only the Super Nintendo could handle this.
Yeah.
But just to boil it down to like they couldn't do a dinosaur until the Super Nintendo is like what possible reasoning is? Like the Nintendo just it didn't you were like please draw a dinosaur and it was like we don't
Can't
render.
do it.
It's too
Can't
much.
do it.
Dinosaur too much. Can't do it.
Sorry.
Would love to help you out. Just not gonna happen today. Something about the sparkles,
Yeah.
like in this, like I think World 3 maybe is when you're inside like the caves,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the sparkles to me. There's other levels that have them, but that's like a magical element too. Because you know the NES couldn't handle sparkles either.
No sparkles. No sparkles at all. Well, I mean, look at the different layers, right?
Yeah,
You know,
do you know the name for that?
no, what is it? Layering?
Parallax scrolling.
Oh,
And the
parallax.
Super Nintendo was rife with it. Ooh.
Yeah, they wanted to take full advantage.
I think F-Zero, you know, because everything's like depth of field. You're like,
Yeah.
driving. I think that was like a big, unless I'm just speaking completely out of my rear end.
Good
I think
chance
that
of
was,
that.
yeah, that's true.
A big thing.
Yeah,
All right, it's my first chance to actually
you're
play.
doing it. Yeah, that's true. Your first level was Switch
Yeah.
Palace.
Well, I died.
After mocking me.
I know. It's embarrassing.
And you look back, rewind the tape. Why were we both so adamant that that one little turtle had to die?
He had to. 'Cause we had something to prove.
He had to.
Something to prove. I just, you know, it's like getting used to. Point of advice. The Bitcoins are dragon coins. If you pick up 5 of these in one area, you get an extra Mario.
An extra Mario. Are you someone? I feel like this is a kind of an indicator on what type of gamer you are. Are you someone that holds the run button?
Yeah, 100%. But I think that's part of what's throwing me off. Is I'm realizing how it also provides a level of slipperiness. You know,
Yeah.
like
Slippery.
am I missing anything down there? Are we checking every crevice? Is this that type of playthrough?
I'll say, well, so the type of playthrough it is that we're getting all the secret exits. And so for me, I can rely a ton on just like memory.
Okay.
So I'm not going to be like exploring every area because in general, I think I know where most of the secret exits are.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm also not speed running, you know? I'm just kind of like...
We're here to enjoy it.
Enjoy the ride, you know? And that's what we've done on our road to 96 subscribers. Just enjoy the ride, you know?
I totally missed him.
Oh, I
shoot.
did not see you making that.
Well, I didn't see me making it either, and that's why I bailed on poor Yoshi.
Poor Yoshi.
Sorry, Yosh.
There's so many... Ooh, what's that yellow pipe? There's so many memes of, like, Mario jumping off of Yoshi to, like, drop him into a pit.
Oh, Yoshi.
Our loyal companion.
Yeah, what about you? Are you a button pusher? Constant?
Oh, yes.
Hold it
So
down?
I
I didn't know
remember-
there was another option.
Even as a kid, I remember, like,
I
playing
thought that was part of the fun.
Nintendo games or Super Nintendo, like, with other people. Sometimes for the first time, but sometimes it's like, you should know better.
When you stomp on an enemy, you can jump high if you hold the jump button.
See,
Use
it's
up
telling
on the
you right
control
there,
pad to
hold
jump
buttons.
high in the shallow water.
Yeah. But I remember playing with people and watching them walk. And I'd be like, what are you doing?
Like, are you kidding me right now?
Is there a strategic benefit to what you're doing? No?
No.
Stop it.
Stop.
And it was almost like you tell them about the run button, and it was almost like either they didn't know about it or they willingly refused to do it. And like, I just remember, even as a little kid, that felt so like strange. Like, why would you not run at all moments?
How dare you?
Well, and it helps you jump higher too. Like it's almost like the momentum button. Like once you hold it, it lets you kind of start like, oh, skill. One thing I will say, I don't know if it needed it, but I remember being disappointed that the Luigi in this game wasn't different. You know, after Mario,
you've always liked that.
I
haven't
do.
you?
After Mario
like a Kirby.
2, when Luigi is like, he can jump higher.
Yeah,
he's a little bit more squirrely in control.
Right.
I just always want them to bring that forward.
He's legitimately, it's a green Mario.
Yeah.
Is what the image of Luigi looks
That's
like.
exactly it. All right. So do you know the tell for when is a secret exit?
Red. There's a red. It's a red.
Yeah. Instead of it being a
Circle.
flashing yellow, it would be flashing red. Good job. Pro tip, if you don't know, that's how you know if there's a secret exit, so you're not wasting your time.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Pro tip. Don't lose
Pro
Yoshi
tip.
within the first second.
Pro tip, you got a no tip.
You know when I really shine on this game is with the cape. So I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, yes. Best. Yeah, I'm going to say it. Best power up. The cape. It's just it's so like...
Best power up.
It's so simple, but so kind of like... It's also like a magical thing. Like, It's just like... It's almost like childlike, you know, like, I put on this bed sheet and now I can fly.
It is.
If you're in the area you've already cleared, you can return to the map by pressing Start Select. That'll become helpful later. But yeah, like, compared to things like the animal suits, you know, they're a little bit more kind of like, I don't know, detailed or complex in a way. So it's like, they're cool. I like the frog suit, you know, the tanuki and all that.
I mean, the frog suit for me was always...
That was it for you?
Coveted.
Yeah.
Like, I don't feel like I ever used it. I felt like in playing the game, first of all, I was so young, but I'd get the frog suit and like immediately I'd either not use it because I was saving it. This is speaking in Super Mario Brothers 2, is that right?
3.
No, 3. But then when I would finally use it, I would like die immediately. Like, because you're like,
well, it's
jump
so like
and then
coveted, and then you're like, well, that's gone.
Okay.
That was fun. I bet that was going to be really cool.
If only I hadn't botched it.
You get bonus stars if you cut the tape at the end of each area. Collect 100 bonus stars. Oh, you can play the little...
Oh, that's why that plays? It doesn't always play?
Oh, it always plays. But no, what's the bonus music? Bum, 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 bum.
Oh, that's it?
Ba, 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 bum.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Here we go. Iggy's Castle.
Iggy's
Our
Castle.
first castle.
Nice. So these episodes, just for awareness for you and I and for you, we're going to tackle one world at a time. And they're all going to be great. So
Press up on the control pad while jumping, and you can cling to the fence. To go in the door at the end of this area, use up also. I can't believe you were going to have us play with individual Joy-Cons. You have to have the D-pad.
All right. What I like about the Switch is that everything's built in. You know, you can just, if you wanted to play this game 2-player, you have two essentially Super Nintendo controllers built in.
I like that you can punch the shell.
Yes. But
yeah, so you liked the integratedness
yeah.
of it.
But I also love the feeling of like the Pro controller.
Yeah.
Where you got this fancy 8-bit
gamepad. It's my wife's. I gave it to her as a gift.
Very cool.
Fun fact, she is awesome at this game. This was the only game she played as a child.
In an alternate universe, there's a channel where our wives host and they play games. I've never been to that universe.
Yeah, or my wife just wants to be a special guest and play. She's honestly, so you know how we both died right out the gate? I remember playing with my wife for the first time. My wife does not play games, except for this one. But she was immediately amazing. Like, she's far better at this than I am. Yeah. Talk about, like, she has no other game to, or, like, to adjust. Like, you play a game. Have you ever played Celeste? Like, the physics on that.
I've seen a bunch of it, yeah.
Different games handle differently, like the way you slide, how much do you slide, what's the delay on the jump, how far do you hang in the air.
Yeah.
So for her, like, this is all she knows, so it's just, it came to her.
I gotcha.
But point of advice, one of Yoshi's friends is trapped in the castle by Iggy Koopa. To defeat him, push him into the lava pool. I don't think I paid attention to any of those when I was a kid. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I remember just clicking through, like, I don't want to read.
I just want to go.
Who has done? Oh, gosh.
All right, now I need to remember how to, the timing on this all. I know.
I love that little,
the little
like, pulling his
crouch
hat.
animation.
I love that. So in Mario 3, the drawing for that is like slightly different. In this game, it's obvious he's pulling his hat down. In Mario 3, I always imagined he was like covering himself with his arms. But then I go, now that I know better, I go back and look and I can tell it's his hat.
It's
but
his
I
hat.
always thought it was his arms.
Alright, this is what. Oh shoot, wrong way.
What is it? You have pushed the time limit a
I know,
couple
why?
times.
Why am I?
Ooh,
I
going
got-
backwards. Ooh.
Alright, so I just have to time it, have to wait. Ooh,
You're also not even using your secret weapon.
that's my weapon.
There you go.
Oh, well, why didn't you tell me that?
Well, because I thought you knew how to play the game.
Apparently. That's much easier. Oh, it's wrong way.
You're having fun with him. I see what you're doing. The little game.
You gotta send a message.
Yeah.
You gotta send a message.
That's right.
To the Koopas.
Send a message.
Not only am I gonna destroy you, I'm gonna toy with you a little bit, like
it's
a cat and mouse.
It's a cat and mouse for sure.
Ooh. 54.
And then the ever creative ways of how to destroy a castle. First one, pretty simple. Blow it up.
Mario has defeated the demented Iggy Koopa in Castle Number 1 and rescued Yoshi's friend, who is still trapped in an egg. Together, they now travel to Donut Land. Donut Land. Obviously, in Dino Land, there'd be a Donut Land.
Donut Land. I did really like that all of the lands were food themed in this. I just thought, like, that's so fun.
But it's funny to me because it's none of it's consistent. Like Italian plumber,
Right. No, none of it. But
Dinosaur
it all
Land.
gels together.
food themed world.
Yeah.
But no, it works.
Yeah. When they went to Dinosaur Land, I was like, oh, so I can never predict what's going to happen.
Oh, okay.
If you follow the progression of anything, you would never arrive at Dinosaur Land is coming up next.
It's true.
Thank you so much for joining us as we celebrate 96 subscribers. If you're one of the first 10 subscribers, this world was for you. And stay tuned for World 2.